Hello everyone, welcome to Coding with Ivan. Welcome to the second part of the Android food recipe app tutorial. So in the previous video we made our Android app. So our app looks something like this. If we open that, it will load some random recipes as you can see. Alright, so in today's video we'll add some more elements or more features to this application. So let's get started. So at first I'll just change some items to make the UI better. So here at first I'll go into this layout and activity main, and inside here we need to add a toolbar to show the spinner as well as the app name. So before adding the toolbar we need to get rid of the default action bar of our Android app. So for this we'll open the themes here, the themes.xml file, and from here I'll just change this style from dark action bar to no action bar. So I'll write here no action bar. Okay, and similarly for the themes.xml night I'll do the same. I'll change this dark action bar to no action bar. All right, okay, and we can now close this themes.xml file, and here at the top we'll add the toolbar. So right above this recycler view I'll add a new toolbar. We'll use this Android x.appcompat.toolbar, and for the width I'll pass here match parent, and for the height I'll pass $attr slash action bar size. Okay, so that will set the height of this toolbar with the default size of an action bar. Okay, let's close this. Oh no, we won't close it like this. We'll close it like this because we will add some more elements inside this toolbar. So here at first we will create a new relative layout. So I'm going to create a new relative layout, and for the width I'll pass match parent, and for the height I'll pass wrap content here. Let's close this. Okay, and also we will just set the gravity of this relative layout to center vertical. Okay, and then inside this relative layout we will add a text view to show our app name. So I'll write here text view, and the width will be here wrap content, and for the height I'll pass match parent. Okay, let's close this tag here, and here for the text of this text view I'll pass @string slash app name. Okay, and after that I'll change the text size to 24 sp. Okay, as you can see it's showing our app name right here. Let's add some more attributes to this text view. So here I'll pass its gravity to be center, and then the text style to be bold here, and then we'll set a text color to this. Okay, but before setting the text color, let's do one thing. Let's change the background color of this screen to the color orange that we created on the previous video. So here for the background of this parent linear layout I'll pass @color orange. Okay, and now inside this text views text color I'll pass the color white. So I'll write @color slash white. Okay, and I'll make this text view to align to the start of this layout. So here I'll align parent start to true here. Okay, and let's give this a margin on the start. So I'll write margin start, let's say 8 dp. Okay, all right, and then after this text view we'll add a spinner here to show the menu items. So I'll create a new spinner here, and for the width of this spinner I'll pass wrap content, and for the height I'll pass match parent here. Let's close this spinner, and I'll give this spinner an ID. I'll call this as spinner underscore tags. Alright, because here in this spinner we'll mainly show the menu tags. Okay, and also I'll set its gravity to be center, and I'll add this to the end of this parent. So I'll write align parent end to true. Okay, so it's now moved here. Alright, now we need some items to show inside this spinner. So to get those tags, if we open our API documentation, and we need to go all the way down to these guides, and under here we have to find those tags. Okay, so we'll select these meal types. Let's click on that. So here we have these meal types, and these are all the meal types that we can fetch from the API. So let's manually add them on a string resource. So for this I'll open Android Studio again, and here we need to go to the strings.xml file. Alright, and here just after this API key we'll create a new string array. So I'll create a new string array and I'll name this as tags. Okay, and then inside this tags string array we will add those items. So at first I'm going to add a new item, and inside this we have to pass the item name from here. So I'll copy this main course from here, get back to Android Studio and paste it here. So similarly I'll add the rest of them. Alright, so here I have added all the tags, as you can see from here. So now we can add this tags string array to our spinner. So for this we will again go to our activity main.xml file, and here after this or inside this spinner tag we'll pass the attribute entries, and here we'll pass the array tags. Alright, as you can see item is now here. So let's run our application once to see the changes. So I'm going to click run here, click on Visor. So app is now installing. Let's wait for it to finish. Okay, so our app is now installed, and here we got the list. As you can see, main course, side dish, all of the items are here. Okay, so now we should customize this spinner item, and we'll also add on click listener for selecting each of these items, because whenever we'll click on any items, the home screen should load recipes of this particular tag. So let's quickly do that. So for these, at first we need to create two layout files. So at first we'll create a layout file to show the selected item here outside of the spinner, and then we'll create another one to which will load all the items inside this spinner. So let's quickly create them. I'll quickly go into this layout file, and here I'll right click on it and create a new layout resource file, and I'll call this as spinner underscore text. Hit enter. Let's go to this split view, and inside here we'll change this parent constraint layout to a checked text view. So I'll write checked text view here, and here for the width I'll pass match parent, and for the height I'll pass here wrap content. I'll give this text view a padding of 8 dp. Let's add a demo text. So I'll write here, let's say menu, and here let's change the text size. So text size I'll set it to, let's say 18 sp, and for the text color I'll pass the color white, because we will show the white text here inside this spinner. So this is our spinner text.xml, and similarly we will create another layout file. So I'll right click on the layout, create a new layout resource file, and this time I'll call this as spinner underscore inner text. Okay, so spinner underscore inner underscore text. Click on OK, and again we'll go into this split view, and here I'll remove this constraint layout and change it to a text view, and for the width I'll keep it as match parent. For the height I'll pass here wrap content, and let's add a demo text here. Let's say desert. Okay, and for the text color here I'll pass the color orange. For the text size I'll pass here 18 sp, and let's give this a padding of 8 dp. Okay, so that's it. And now let's work on the main activity and apply this new layout files with a custom adapter for the spinner. So I'll go into the main activity.java here, and here at the top at first we will create a new object of the spinner. So I'll write spinner, I'll call this as spinner. Okay, and let's initialize it inside this onCreate method. So here okay, so here just right after this dialog.setTitle, I'll call the spinner object equals find view by id r.id dot, and here for the id of the spinner, as you can see inside the activity main.xml, I named it as spinner underscore tags. So I'll copy this and I'll paste it just here. Okay, and right after this I'll create a new array adapter and I'll attach it to the spinner. So let's create a new array adapter, and I'll call this as array adapter equals array adapter dot create from resource. Let's go to a new line here, and here at first we need to pass the context, as you can see here. So for the context I'll pass this, and then for the elements I'll pass the array. So let r dot array dot tags. Okay, and then we'll pass the layout for the spinner. So I'll pass r dot layout dot spinner text, this one that we created, and here after this bracket it's showing an error because we need to pass a semicolon here. And then after this we will set the drop down resources layout for our spinner. So here I'll write array adapter dot set drop down view resource, this one, and here for the resource I'll pass r dot layout dot spinner inner text. All right, and then we can now attach this array adapter to the spinner. So I'll write spinner dot set adapter, and here we'll pass this array adapter. Okay, and now if we run our application again to see the changes, if we run it again, as you can see, here's our app, and if we as you can see the text color of this spinner has been changed. We have now white text here. So if I click on it, we have all the menus here. So now let's try to add on click listener for each of the items and fetch the menus according to this tag here. Okay, so let's do that. So for this, at first we need to add a on item selected listener for the spinner. So in that case, here we will create a separate listener for this spinner's on item selected listener. So I'll just go after this on create method after this, and here I'll create a separate private final adapter view dot on item selected listener, and I'll call this as spinner selected listener. All right, equals new adapter view dot on item selected listener. Hit enter, and here we got these methods on item selected and on nothing selected. So here it's showing an error because here we need to put a semicolon, and now we won't change anything inside this on nothing selected. We'll mainly work here on item selected. So here we need to call the get random recipes API. So before that we need to make some changes on this API calling. So if we go to request manager here, as you can see, if we open the API documentation inside this get random recipes, as you can see here, we can pass tags here. This is a string type, and here the tags can be diets, meal types, cuisines, or intolerances that the recipes must have. Okay, so let's pass the tag here, and as you can see here in the example, we can pass multiple items with these tags. So we'll mainly create this tag as a list here, but in this example I'll only pass one tag at a time, but you can pass as many of them as you want. So let's create this as a list. So for this, here inside this call random recipes, I'll create another parameter at query, and here the title will be this one, tags. So I'll copy this and paste it here, and for the object I'll pass a list of string. I'll call this as tags. All right, so now we need to add this inside our method also. As you can see, it's showing an error here inside the parameter of this call random recipe. So we will mainly pass the tags as the parameter of this get random recipes method. So here after this listener, I'll also require a list of string that we'll call as tags, and then after this number we will pass the tags here. Okay, as you can see, our error is now gone. Okay, and now if we go into our main activity.java, there is also an error, because here when we call the get random recipes, we only passed the listener, we didn't pass any tags here. So let's create a public list. So this is a list of string. I'll call this as tags equals new array list. Okay, and then we'll add items to these tags whenever user selects any item from the spinner. So for this here, on the on item selected method, I'll at first clear the list called tags. So I'll write tags dot clear, and after that I'll write tags dot add, and here we'll add the item that the user selected. So we'll get the item from adapter view dot get selected item dot to string here. Okay, and let's put a semicolon right after this, and then we can call our get random recipes. So I'll write manager dot get random recipes, and here for the listener I'll pass this one, this random recipe response listener. I'll just copy this listener's name, paste it right here, and for the second parameter we need to pass the tags. So I'll pass these tags right here. Okay, and then again we'll just enable our progress dialog. So I'll write dialog dot show. Okay, and here up here it's showing an error because we are calling the API once the user selects any item from the spinner. So we don't need to call this at the onCreate method. So I'll just remove these two lines from here, but don't remove these line, because if you do that then the manager will not work. And after this we need to attach this spinner selected listener to our spinner item. So for this I'll just go after this spinner.set adapter here, and here I'll write spinner dot set on item selected listener, and here we'll pass this object of spinner selected listener. I'll copy this and I'll paste it right here. Alright, that should work fine. So let's run our application to see the changes. I'll run it. As you can see, here we got all the items under this main course tag. So let's try to change it. So let's search for the soup items. So I'll click on the soup here. As you can see, here we got all the soup items. Let's try another one. Let's select beverage this time, and as you can see, we got all the beverage items. Let's try dessert, and this time we got all the dessert items. Okay, so that's it for the second part of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a quick video, and in the next part we will add more features to our food recipe application. Thank you so much for watching.